Hey, how are you feeling? Are you ready for a Kidevolve journey? Gear up! Join us for the fantastically fun and wiggly mind journey. And don't forget to check in with yourself after the track finishes. How did it make you feel?
This is going to be a really mellow bedtime story. Okay? So the first thing you got to do, since for sure you're going to be going to sleep after the story, is make sure you got everything you need with you. That means your favorite toy, the most cozy blanket ever. You've already gone to the bathroom. Everything you need is all taken care of. And you're warm in your bed. And the way it starts is just by breathing. You smile and you breathe in the warm air. And you breathe out. And as you breathe out, you relax into your bed. And it's like every time you breathe out, you get a little bit more relaxed, all cozy and warm. Breathing in the warm air. Breathing out. And now it's time to go on a little adventure. A little pre-sleep adventure. It might be that the adventure's going to continue after you fall asleep in your dreams. Maybe. But let's get started. It starts with you looking out the window and you see a river. A river. That's not normally there, but it's a peaceful river meandering past your window, and so you open the window and you think, I'd like to slide right down into that warm river. And it just so happens that next to you in your room is a perfect turtle shell. Now that shell is green and strong, and it's nice and sturdy. It's made of green squares. So you get into the turtle shell. You climb up to the edge of the window, and in the turtle shell, you slide out the slide, because there's a slide there, and it slides you right down into the river. And now you're floating on the river in a river shell. It's a turtle shell, but you're floating on the river. And you're bobbing up and down, and it's super comfortable, and the river's really calm. Then you just kick back and you look up at the sky, because the sky is still bright, even if it was getting dark before. Now it's bright, and actually the sun's out, and it's warm on your face, and you're leaning back in your turtle shell, bobbing in the water, feeling real comfortable. And the water's slowly taking you along in the most comfortable way. Then you're looking up at the trees passing, and the sun's flickering through the trees. Can you see the trees? Can you hear the sound of the birds chirping away? Just feel what that would be like, lying on your turtle shell, floating down a river. And you look up, and guess what? There's a bunch of your friends with you. And they're all got their own turtle shells, different colors. And they're all relaxed. And you guys are totally part of a team. And it's just that feeling of having all your friends around you, and lying back in the river, and the river's taking care of you. The river's floating you along. Feels so good. and you look up over onto the riverbank, and there's a couple bears, and they're smiling, and they've got instruments, and they call down and they say, "Hey, can we serenade you? Can we Sarah-bear you? Can we baronade you?" And you say, "Sure, bears. If you got something to play, I'd like to hear it." And one pulls out a bass guitar. Boom, 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 boom. And the other one starts singing. I'm just coming on a song for the river. You're floating along. And I'm singing a song for the river and you. And it's so comfortable lying on the river. Better singing a song on the river. Boom, 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 boom. We're singing a song on the river just for you. Then you're just laying back listening to the bears sing the nicest song. And your friends are all around you. And you reach out your arms and you can just dangle your fingers in the water. And it feels so good. You just do this big stretch with your arms. Try that right now. Oh, stretching your arms. Just floating back in the river. Your hands are in the water. And the bears are off in the distance, and you can still hear the song. It just floats away. And the birds are chirping. Your friends are all around you, and they're making little splashy noises as you guys float along. And it's super cool floating along the river. What else might begin to happen here? You decide to look into the river. And you look down and you see that the bottom of the river is filled with beautiful gemstones. And they're flashing in the water and in the sunshine. Green and yellow and red, and they're like stars. What colors do you see? Most beautiful colors. And there's diamonds in there. There's all kinds of flickering colors and gold and stones. And you reach down and you lift up the most beautiful stone, and there, it's right in front of you. Can you see it? How many sides does it have? What color is it? Feels so good. You put the stone right on top of your head, and now your head feels all sparkly. And so you lean back, and your head feels very clear, sparkling with light. And you're floating along the river, and there's a tree branch hanging out over the river, the big green leaf. You reach up, and the leaf just drops in your hand. Now you're looking at the leaf, and it's so green, and you can see all the little lines in the leaf. And you're breathing nice and easy. And you decide to put that green leaf right over top of your heart. And as you breathe in, the green leaf just dissolves in your heart, and it feels like breathing in a breath mint. Oh man, you feel so good. You've got this green breath mint in your heart and this sparkly feeling in your head, and you're so relaxed on the river with your friends. I think it's time maybe to go to bed. And so you tap on the river with your hand, splash, splash, and you say, "River, can you take me all the way home?" And the river does. Because before you know it, you open your eyes, And there you are in your room, in your bed, and the turtle shell's gone, and the river's gone, and you're just all nice and cozy in your bed. But there's 3 things that are still there. Can you guess what they are? The first thing is the feeling of being with your friends. They're all still all around you, even if you can't see them. Maybe they're in their beds far away. Maybe they're in another room, but there's all you guys are going to sleep together, wherever you are. And the second feeling is the feeling of the sparkly jewel on your head. And you feel so good. And then that third feeling is the feeling of the green leaf that you breathed into your heart. So minty and fresh. It's like you can breathe such clean air. And just breathe right now. Breathing in, breathing out. And you can remember the feeling of the river underneath you, bobbing up and down. Breathing in the green leaf. Breathing out. Yeah. It's time to go to sleep. I hope this was a relaxing story. I'm going to wish you good night now. Good night. Maybe the adventure will continue in your dreams.